Maybe you have a velociraptor running around your street and he could come inside if you haven't locked the door. I mean, I've watched Jurassic Park too. I'm telling you, it could happen. Now, hi, welcome to the House of Valentina. I'm Valentina, and thank you so much for stopping by. It's so great that we have this medium in which we can meet, and I love the fact that in spite of the fact that so many of us are stuck at home and we really can't be going out so much right now. It's March 2020, so this time period will definitely be going down into the history books for sure with all this quarantine stuff. But I thought it'd be a really fun opportunity to take some time to talk about the one thing that we talk about on this channel more than anything else. You guys know, if you've been following us for a while, that we do run a real estate and design business in the Atlanta area, but our passion, the thing that drives our business, the thing that drives this channel, it drives us as people, is this idea of living our most beautiful home life. And I just thought, well, we talk about it all the time, but we don't ever actually talk about it. So let's talk today about how do we live our most beautiful home life. My husband and I have been married for over 20 years, and in those 20 years, we moved 23 times. I know, let that settle in for just a second. Then those were not just domestic moves. No, we just have to keep things interesting. Many of those were abroad, and we lived in 4 different countries and across 3 continents. So it's been a wild adventure for us. But what came out of that for us was not only just lots of great stories and adventures. That certainly was one of the things that we got to bring home with us. But one of the things that we loved more than anything else was that in all those different places, people invited us into their homes. That was something that was really special to us. It was special to me, most especially. It's influenced my life. It's really changed me. And so as I think about the beautiful home life, I know with 100% certainty that beautiful home life is something that's a universal thing. We universally crave home. We universally crave a safe haven. We universally long for a place where we can be ourselves and a place that represents the person that we are, and it's this safety place. And home is so important. So let's talk about how we create that beautiful home life. The number one thing that we must do, that we must be, is we have to see the good. We have to. We can't have a beautiful home life if we can't see the good in the world. And I know that at times like these, that's really hard. And trust me, we get stressed out too. We have days where we just want to crawl in bed and put the covers over our heads and just go to sleep and take a really, really long nap and escape all of it. We know. But in spite of everything, the thing that we are always looking for is the good. Not just inside our walls, but outside our walls. We see the good in mankind. We see the good in the world. We see the people who are helping, the people who care, the people who offer abundantly, who offer willingly of themselves, of the things that they have. We see the good inside of our own home. We don't judge our house too harshly. We don't judge ourselves too harshly. We see the good in our family. We see the good in us. We accept that life is hard and there's still good in it. And I think that is a key to having that beautiful home life. Because we can decorate the heck out of your house, and we can paint and put in gorgeous furnishings, and we can spend thousands and thousands and even millions of dollars. But if you can't see the good, none of it will matter to you. You have to have the eyes to see the good. You have to have the spirit that sees good in this world. And that's the key thing. You'll never walk into your house and see beauty in it if you can't see beauty inside yourself and the world around you. Number 2 is so interesting because you can look at this from 2 perspectives. First of all, why do we all have locks on our doors? Well, For some of you, that's going to be very obvious because you want to keep people out. I mean, generally, bears are not capable of opening our doors. Maybe you have a velociraptor running around your street and he could come inside if you haven't locked the door. I mean, I've watched Jurassic Park too. I'm telling you, it could happen. Now, we lived in places where everybody locked their doors, yes. However, they had windows that were open all the time. And so animals and creatures could just come in. And they did. I mean, I always joked that our house in Morocco was a zoo. There were mice and birds and snakes and cats, and it seemed like every creature under the planet was always trying to come inside of our house. And that's because we didn't have screens on our windows. And our Moroccan friends were like, screens? What do you mean you put that on your window? We were like, yes, it's an amazing invention. It keeps all kinds of things out, including bugs, which I don't like. So we have a lot of things that we can keep out with screens on our windows and locks on our doors. I mean, some people go to great lengths to keep people out and they want to know who's standing at the door. We've got all those little video things and we've got all kinds of cool gadgets, and basically we want to filter what comes in and who comes into our house. And yet we allow all the time for the voices around us, the news, and all kinds of things. It can be a friend who said something, it could be something we saw online, it could be a video that we watched. To have that beautiful home life, we have to protect that beauty. We have to protect our positivity and our happiness and our joy. We have to believe that it's something precious and that we do want to protect it. And so I would definitely recommend thinking through what you allow inside your home. One of the things that we always talk about in our house is that we choose joy. Choosing joy does not mean that life is always happy. It doesn't mean that everything is always good. We have things that happen in our lives that we never put on social media, ever. There's things that happen with our businesses. People hurt us so badly, things that happen. It happens to us too. But we don't want our lives to be, we don't want them to be tainted by that. We want to still find the joy of life. And so we choose joy. We choose to find the good in that day. We choose to find our own happiness. We choose to delight in the small things that make life worth living. It's not just about the internal side. This is also about decorating too. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I look at other people's houses, major FOMO nowadays, because everyone always posts really pretty things online, and we start to look at our own, even on my own channel on Instagram the other day, one of you wrote and said, oh, I wish my garden looked like that. And I'm like, whoa, no, read the caption below. This is not my garden. I wish it was. But no, this is me having a little bit of FOMO and getting some inspiration from this other amazing house, which you guys apparently love because it has a whole bunch of likes on it. And I'm like, yeah, we all love to see what other people are doing, but we can't allow that to rob us of our joy. My garden looks awful right now. It's muddy and it's a wreck, and a lot of the things that we planted didn't really work, and we are total rookies at the gardening thing, and so we've made some mistakes that we're gonna have to fix. That is, to me, that's where the joy is the joy is celebrating the fact that we didn't get it all right the first time, and we are okay with that, and we're gonna have some fun fixing it. And it's a project, and it gives us something to do, and it gives us something to work towards. And having the goal of what you want is awesome, but you can't allow the idea of what you really would love to have and what you have, you can't let that dissonance rob you of your joy. So I recommend that you find the joy in your home. You find the joy in creating your home. Don't let anybody take that away from you. That is precious. One final thing that I would say about joy is to actually enjoy your home. Go bake a cake and eat a slice of cake in bed. Do you know what I mean? Like, just do things that just feel so joyful in your heart. They bring you that sort of happiness. Sit in your garden, go sit in your bed, go soak for a really long time in your tub and enjoy your home. One of the other things that we really try to do that we believe brings so much beauty into our home is that we truly count our blessings instead of sheep. I was on YouTube watching that scene in, I think it's White Christmas now that I think about it. Is it White Christmas or Holiday? I think it's White Christmas. But anyways, we're watching the scene where they're singing about counting the blessings instead of sheep. And oh my gosh, I was not even gonna share this today. A few years ago, those of you that don't know us so well, one of those places that we talked about that we lived was Morocco. And we always painted a very beautiful picture of our life in Morocco, and everybody thought that it was perfect and amazing. And people wrote me and said that they were jealous of us and they had a hard time watching it because it was so perfect. And my husband almost died in the hospital there at one point. He was very sick, and he got very seriously ill, and we were in the hospital together, and I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was there alone, and the world in those times didn't feel very beautiful to me. We lived next to a trash pile. People, oh my God, the view from the house was just beautiful out the back deck, but we lived next to a trash pile, people. There was literally trash coming into our yard on a daily basis. I was always picking up just trash, literally just trash. And it smelled bad a lot of times because of that. And I stopped seeing beauty at all in the world around us. And that is a scary place to be, because we stopped seeing the good, we stopped seeing the blessings, we stopped seeing the joy, and it was a time in our lives where we were very low, and we didn't know what to do. And what we started to do is that we started to count our blessings. So it was at that time period that we started a new tradition in our house, and it's been, it's been over 11 years since we started this tradition, and we have done it every single day since. And one thing that we do is that we literally count our blessings at the end of the day. We sit with our kids every single day, and we say what we're thankful for. And we're not allowed to close out the day until we say what we're thankful for. At that time in our lives, I wasn't thankful for much of anything, to be perfectly honest, and it had completely robbed us of all of our joy. I saw no beauty inside of our house. I saw no beauty inside in the world, and it was a very dark time for us. At the beginning, we couldn't think of anything to be thankful for. We were just like, we're thankful that we're breathing. And that does not sound very kind at all, but when you are in a dark place, sometimes that's all you've got, right? You're just thankful for breathing. Now, I would say that we've taken this so much further. It changed our lives, and I should just do a whole different video on this, because it did. It changed our lives, and I could talk about this for a very long time. But basically, I also believe that you should count your blessings with your house. I have a house today that I get to sleep in, and I have food, and my children aren't going to bed hungry. Basic things. Thankful for those. But I got to paint my house. I got to change out the floors. I got to make my home my own place. That is an incredible blessing. What an incredible thing. Do I have every single thing perfect? Do I have everything the way I want it to be? Is every project done? Is everything as expensive or designer or as perfect? No, I don't have everything I want in life. I don't. And yet I do. Right? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm talking about. We are talking about being satisfied and thankful for what we have. Write in the comments, tell me your blessings. Tell me what it is that your life is blessed with. Tell me what your home is blessed with. Tell me what your home, the things, the people, all of it, the whole thing is what makes your home more than a house. It's what makes it a home. Number 5, forget perfection. Okay, there's so much here. There's so much to be said about this, because perfection is like a thief in the night. It will always rob you. It will always rob you. The pursuit of perfection will always rob you of the beauty of your home, because no home is perfect. No person is perfect. And when you try so hard to be perfect and you try to make your house so perfect, you're going to never feel the joy. You're never going to feel the beauty of it. You're going to miss the beautiful home life, because life is not perfect. And that's what makes it so beautiful. That's what makes it so grand. It's what makes it so great, is that it's imperfect. And when we try so hard to make the house so perfect and make everyone behave and be perfect all the time, including ourselves, then we don't have a home. We don't have a safe place. Home is the place where you're allowed to be naughty, you're allowed to be angry, you're allowed to be sad and happy. You get to throw your head back and laugh. You get to snort milk out your nose and be crazy. This is the one place on the planet that you get to do you. And we aren't perfect beings. And so to try to make your home perfect, it will rob you every time. You will walk around it and you'll still not feel like you're living that most beautiful home life. We are imperfect, and to try to be perfect inside of our homes is gonna rob us every time. So stop trying to be perfect and just do you. Just be you. Enjoy your life. Enjoy who you are. Enjoy the highs and the lows. Celebrate all those imperfections. Celebrate that this is what life actually is, and the imperfections are what make your house a home. So that's going to segue straight into our final tip, which is surround yourself with things that you love. And I think that you will have a happy home and you will have a beautiful home life because of it. At the end of the day, surrounding yourself with things that literally make your heart skip a beat, that is where your beautiful home life, that's the key. It's all locked up inside of that, is that you just want to live your best life. You want to live your best home life, and you want to surround yourself with things that help you do that. Things that when you walk in the room, your heart skips a beat. They make you so happy. That is how you make a beautiful home life. It's the people that you fill it with and the things that you bring in. It's all of it. It's all inside that little package, and your home represents you. It represents the life that you lived. It represents your highs and your lows. And when you're free to feel and you're free to be fully alive inside of your house and surround yourself with all these things that you love, you will find the most beautiful home life waiting for you. Oh my gosh, I don't know. This got really deep. I hope that you guys don't mind. I don't usually post things this deep on my channel. I don't know. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that more than anything, what you'll take away from this video is that your beautiful home life is... My kids are here, so you can hear them laughing and they're, talking to their cousins and stuff. So this is real life. This is what's happening right now, and I think that there's so much beauty in that. And we will find the courage to hold tight together and to find our way through this and to celebrate what we have, celebrate the good things in life, celebrate the goodness that's inside your home, and pursue that beautiful home life with all your heart, because it's there. It's right there in front of you, and we want to be a part of helping you create that beautiful home life. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.